On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. On the other side is Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a good return is going to be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone to the receiver?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's McCarthy. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's Hooker to throw it. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. These 2 teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check smash, check smash.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 near the 37. Look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, though, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Let's go now. Hooker 19.
Looking to throw. Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions at 500, 7-7 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 12 yards. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
70. Hey, smash Bronco. Go.
Gibbs on the toss left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Go check. Go check. Check go.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
4 yards on the
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
70 Lions. Ready, ready. Hut.
Working out the shotgun, Hooker. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Bates' kick is good. The Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards?
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Ready, set.
So here's a 3rd and 14. To the air with McCarthy. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Boy, costly, Charles.
I'll say, Brandon, on 4th down, no less, because that ended up being a pretty easy call for the official, and it's going to wipe out the first down they picked up.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Hooker now off play action. That'll be caught by St. Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Look at this defense for the Vikings. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. And he is caught. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Nifty move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 85 yards and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
His throw incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Pulled out a punt of 38 officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 19 carries, 106 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check smash, check smash. Ready.
Now Hooker. And this one's incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Three.
Hooker's going to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for the Vikings, Miles Price. On the punt, 2 on the return, and it will be Vikings ball 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Here we go, set.
Throwing is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 66 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within the field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Lions 10.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Panther street! Panther street! Hey, smash Bronco!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Here's Lion.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Fighting him off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back. Cowboy 80.
From the gun, it's Hooker. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Second and 10.
Come on, come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing. Hooker. That is caught by Laporta. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officiating.
First down.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shout of confidence for everyone on the offense.
Here we go, check. 70 Timberwolf. Hey, check that, street. Ready?
They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Purple 80.
Gibbs again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Panther 60. Go.
Montgomery. Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Bates' kick is good. And the lead Lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jordan Addison back out now as the Vikings offense set to take possession. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 16-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
It's 4th down.
They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jameer Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here we go, here we go. Fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles.
Here's Hooker. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Hooker. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Check, Matt. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Three. Ready.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready, set.
Now 2nd and 9.
Go. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Back to throw. Hooker. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Set. Hurt. Let go.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
7-yard line.
Ready. Get it. 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash Bronco. Hey, I got him, man.
They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And it shifts past him. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
2nd and 2. Justin Jefferson bringing in the swing. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Hurt, hurt.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Looking to throw. Hooker setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Hooker. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? and that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's McCarthy. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Williams. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense heading back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, complete to Addison.
McCarthy's pass, complete to Jordan Addison. That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Williams to return. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hooker going to try to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And it's a fumble. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter.
Ready,
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
ready, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, Riggs, Riggs.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Hey, smash Bronco!
A quick throw there out to Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of 14
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Ready, Bronco 80. Go, Riggs, go! Go!
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
70 Lions. Ready.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Vikings 7.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Fighting his way through contact. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Vikings now heading onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they'll begin by running the option. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that. Picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
To the air with McCarthy. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Viking 18.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Hooker now off play action. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Traveler. Ready. Hut. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And out now come the Vikings. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. A dump off for Mason. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
14 yards. And the Vikings
looking to throw McCarthy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throw left side complete. That's Mason. And getting this just shy of midfield. They spotted at the 49.
13 yards on the play. And the Vikings first down.
McCarthy operating from the gun. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 51 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two.
The Vikings will line up.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Come on, come on. Hit. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther Street, Panther Street. Ready.
Toss left to Montgomery. First by him near the 35. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Gravity Lions. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Rig alert, rig alert.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Three. Go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Hooker. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew we was going to win this one well before we got to this stage. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
McCarthy's pass complete to T.J. Hawkinson. It's a gain of 6.
Now McCarthy. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Ready.
Now a second and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. To the air again, McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Ready.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. That is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
It's a gain of 20. And the Vikings first down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So that's the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Lions, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.